Hi there, my magical star beings. This is Psychic Siren Tarot, and welcome to the channel. In today's reading, we're going to be taking a look at what do people admire about you yet envy at the same time. So, sometimes people can admire things about us, but also envy that same quality at the same time, wish they had it at the same time. So, that's what we're going to be taking a look at today. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. We have 3 piles to choose from. Pick whichever one you are most drawn to. So, for pile 1, we have the rose quartz crystal with the Fool card. For pile 2, we have green aventurine with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. And for pile 3, we have Leopard Jasper with the Queen of Wands. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to pick a pile. So hopefully by now you have selected a pile for yourself. If not, you're always welcome to pause the video. Once you're done picking a pile, please find the timestamps for your pile in the description box below, and then I'll see you at your reading. Hi there, my pile number ones. If you chose this rose quartz crystal and the Fool card, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what do people admire yet envy about you at the same time. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started, I'd also like to say I do have a limited amount of space available for personal readings, so if you would like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So the first thing I want to say about this pile, I saw the angel number 444 on the camera's timer as I was about to start your pile. So there is this feeling of, when people do envy things about you, the number 444 resonates with the number of protection. So you're very protected from all envy, all negativity, and hate. Your spirit guides protect you heavily, okay? And let's just get your cards out. I already feel some of the energies, but let's just get more messages here. So we have the Devil in the reverse. We have the Lovers in the reverse. What do people admire yet envy about pile 1 at the same time? Spirit guides of pile 1. The Empress in the reverse. And the King of Swords. We will pull more cards as we go along, but this is what I have so far. We have the 8 of Wands at the back of the deck. So when I tap into the energies of this pile, I feel somebody that is quite spontaneous. You kind of have this very free-spirited energy with the Fool here. It kind of seems like you have this childlike innocence to you, not in a bad way, in an amazing way where you just seem very playful. You seem like somebody that kind of just goes with the flow of life. You don't seem like you need too much structure or routine in your life. You seem to just go with the flow. And you know what Spirit was showing me? When you see robots on TV and then they're like software malfunction and like they're acting like a robot and they're like software malfunction. So I was seeing that clairvoyantly, and Spirit is referencing certain people with the King of Swords here that are a little bit more logical, a little bit more rational, stoic in nature. Could envy yet admire this about you at the same time, because it's like for them, I see them needing so much structure, so much routine, stressing about every little thing, every little plan. It's like they need to have a plan. They need to have everything sorted in front of them. Otherwise, they get so much anxiety. They get so stressed out. They may even feel like they don't quite know how to have fun sometimes and just enjoy the little moments of life and be a little bit more free and spontaneous. Sometimes they feel a little bit robotic when it comes to people. And I sometimes relate to that, where I feel like I'm a little bit of that free spirit, but a little bit robotic at the same time. So these people, no judgment to them, but they may feel like sometimes they have social anxiety and they don't know how to speak to people, or, like have fun in social settings, because they have so much social anxiety and so much thoughts and worries about what do I say, how do I act. But it seems with you, there is no insecurity around that. Like, you know how to interact with others while still remaining independent at the same time, still remaining to have self-love at the same time. And it seems like you can converse with people while still having fun and not overthinking too much. So these people may envy yet admire this at the same time, because they wish they could have more spontaneity. They wish they could be a little bit more free and not overthink every single word they say, or, every little thing they do with their hands. Not just in social settings, but sometimes they wish they could be a little bit more relaxed and go with the flow and not try to have too much structure. So that is the first message I see here. The next message I see here with the Lovers in reverse, it is like you're so independent, where you can still have relationships with others, yet you don't need it at the same time. And the reason I feel so is because you chose a rose quartz crystal, so I feel like you're a very romantic person, number one. Second, you're also somebody that has a lot of love in your heart. You operate from your heart chakra and you move through your heart. But with the Devil in reverse, I feel like you've had a lot of toxic people around you in your life that have made you feel insecure, that have made you feel not good enough with the Empress in reverse, that made you feel like there was no real love there, just toxicity. And these people could not take accountability for their own actions. And it's sort of like you learned to be a little bit more discerning of who you let in. You learned to stand on your own feet independently, have self-love, know your own worth, where you're not relying too much on another person to give you that love. So there is a sense of independence here, where it's like you don't need anybody around you, in the best possible way. And it's like you want people around you that you can love, that you can trust, that you can rely on, but you also don't want to just settle for anybody in your life. So some people that may feel like, okay, if I don't settle, I won't have anybody around me. I'll be lonely. Like, I can't spend alone time with myself and enjoy my own alone time, because I'll feel like I depend on these people, like I'm codependent on maybe even toxic people. So I see these people thinking that, and it's like they see you being okay being on your own. They see you being okay being independent, not being codependent or relying too much on another person. And they may admire that, yet envy that at the same time. Like, I wish I had the courage to do the same thing. So yeah, I feel like some people that are quite insecure with the Empress in reverse may see you as somebody with no insecurities at all. And that's just their perception of you, whether that's true or not. So they admire it, yet envy that at the same time. With the Lovers in the reverse, I saw a vision of Selena Gomez when she was like, she was making some kind of TikTok where she was like, talking about her being single and something along the lines of, like, I don't have to worry about somebody. So I don't know if some of you are single and it's like you don't have to worry about somebody doing something behind your back, or like worry about everything about that relationship. And I feel like they're viewing it from their own perspective. Maybe they're in relationships with people that they can't trust. And I think they're viewing it from a very warped perspective, because, in my opinion, if you find a good person that you trust, you don't have to worry about everything they do. You'll instantly trust them and you won't feel the need to control their every move. But when you get into a relationship with people that are not loyal in the first place, like of course you're going to have that anxiety. So I don't know if some of you are single and it's like they look at you like you don't have a care in the world. You get to just have fun, be yourself, not worry where they are. So I don't know. That won't resonate with everybody because maybe some of you are in relationships, but maybe just for somebody here. People look at you as quite fearless, and they may admire yet envy that at the same time. Like, I wish I could be as fearless as you. And there's something about you being a loving person, yet not being afraid to call people out on their BS. And some people wish they could be more like that, where they admire that, yet envy it at the same time, because they wish they could speak up for themselves more and be a little bit more courageous in that sense. And it's like whenever something bad happens to you in your life, you're able to bounce back and move forward from that and heal from that and live your life again. Whereas some people that feel like they're stuck in the past, feel like, something bad happened to them, but they can't move past it, may admire yet envy that at the same time about you. So in the last month, only 41% of my viewers have subscribed to my channel. So if you enjoy this video so far, and if you would like to stay up to date with what I post daily, hit the subscribe button to not miss out. Thank you to everybody that is watching my channel. I'm sending you so much gratitude and love, and I hope you're enjoying your day so far. So spirit guides of pile number ones. Spirit guides of pile number ones. What do people admire yet envy about them at the same time? We have the Five of Pentacles. There's something about traveling. Somebody that is able to travel the world. I don't know. I don't think that's going to resonate with everybody, but maybe somebody here likes to travel and doesn't have to worry about money. Or that's just their perception of you. Maybe you save up for it. With the Five of Pentacles, maybe sometimes you don't have, like an excess in money. Maybe sometimes you have to save because you know that if you don't save, you're going to have a lack of money if you don't budget. So I don't know. You'll just take it as it resonates. Maybe they're looking at it from their own projection of you that is not even true. So just keep that in mind. Sometimes people, envy things about us that are not even real. They make up things about us in their own mind based off their perception of us. So we have the Hermit showing up next. I feel like, okay, with the Hermit, it's again the same message. Like people that feel like they need too much structure in their life, again, feel like they admire you yet envy you at the same time. This is Virgo energy. Gemini energy with Lovers in reverse. Maybe some earth signs, air signs admire it yet envy these qualities for these spontaneous energies. But then I'm also seeing maybe even like water signs could admire yet envy you at the same time. There's something about people that feel like they don't really know themselves can admire yet envy you at the same time, because it seems like you've gone within, you know yourself. It seems like you have no problem expressing yourself to the outside world, yet still remaining okay on your own. It's like you know yourself. You know what you want in life, or at least this is their perception of you. You know what you want and you know what you like. You know yourself. That is what I see here. Four of Wands. So it's the same message with the Four of Wands of like you can go out, go to an event, go to a party, have no trouble socializing with people and having fun and being the life of the party. Whereas some people may feel like, okay, I'm going there and I'm thinking about everything I do, overthinking, and I feel like I don't fit in. I feel like insecure, things like that. So I'm seeing an energy like that. So they think it, but they'd never say that to you, actually. Some people wish they could be more outgoing like you. So what do people admire yet envy about pile 1 at the same time? We have the Knight of Cups. So yeah, with the Knight of Cups opposite the Hermit, it's like you're a romantic soul, yet at the same time you have no problem being alone and spending time by yourself. Next, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So when things don't go your way or things don't work out for you, maybe you view it in the perspective of it wasn't meant for me in the first place. You know, like if something isn't for me, it's not going to be for me, no matter how much I try to force it. And you're able to let that go quickly, knowing that, you know, what is actually meant for you will come your way. So maybe some people that have a hard time letting go of things that are not meant for them in the first place may envy yet admire this quality of yours at the same time. We have the Ten of Wands. So there's something about the way you deal with challenges, with optimism, because I feel like you're a very optimistic person. Maybe even in the moment you're down in the dumps, but at the end of the day, you are able to pick yourself up and look at the situation or the problem or the challenge with optimism and joy. And some people wish they had that ability to just switch their mood like that and look at things from a more positive perspective. We have the Page of Wands in the reverse, Death in the reverse. Okay, so it seems that some people may be afraid of change, yet you seem to have no problem with change, or at least in their perspective, right? Like with the Fool here, you're somebody that is able to take a leap of faith, is able to go into a new beginning with this kind of adventurous outlook of it. Like, I'm going to discover something, going to discover myself, a new part of myself. And you have no problem going into unknown territories with optimism, hope, and joy. Yet some people are so afraid of change. They may even be stuck in their old ways of living, yet at the same time they don't like this way of living, yet they stay stuck in it because they fear change. And it's like they're so anxious about making a change that they don't do anything, and they stay stuck within their same old reality and complain, and they don't enjoy it, yet they're too afraid to actually make a change in their life. So I think this is where I'm going to leave your reading. This is what people admire yet envy about you at the same time. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number 2s. If you chose this green aventurine crystal and the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what do people admire yet envy about you at the same time. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. I also just want to announce I do have a limited amount of space for personal readings. So if you would like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So let's shuffle your cards and let's see what we get for your pile. So Spirit Guides of pile number 2s. Spirit Guides of pile number 2s. What do people admire yet envy about them at the same time? What do people admire yet envy about them at the same time? So the first card or second card we have is the Sun. Then we have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Then we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. I saw a vision immediately when pulling this card. I'll tell you about it in a minute. Six of Wands in the reverse. Okay. So one thing I do want to say before I get started as well is sometimes people can have a perception of us that it's not true. Maybe they project something onto us and they envy something that does not even exist. So take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't fully resonate and it's just like a projection, then maybe try to understand why they think that of you. Okay, so firstly, I'm getting two messages from this pile. For some of you, you resonate with feeling like you sometimes get opportunities really easily, or people have just made that assumption of you all your life. Because we have the Six of Pentacles at the back of the deck, it seems like you kind of just receive opportunities quite easily, or things just get handed to you, is what I'm hearing. And that is other people's perception of you. I just saw 222 on the timer, and it's kind of like people kind of view you as a person that's always at the right place at the right time. You're very lucky since you chose the green aventurine crystal, or at least that's just how they're viewing you. And it seems like you don't have to worry about saving, about success. It's like you don't have to try too hard. Things just come naturally to you. You're natural at what you do. Like you don't have to try too hard to master a gift or a talent of yours or a skill of yours. You just seem like effortless when you do it. And you just seem naturally talented at whatever you're doing, or you just seem to have natural strengths at whatever you do, where it doesn't seem like you try too hard. So it just seems effortless in some way. Whereas there's another group of people watching this pile that don't resonate with that at all. But maybe you're somebody that doesn't really care too much about success. I just saw 333 on the timer. So maybe you're somebody that is a little bit less restricted, at least in their perception, because you don't really care too much about success or wealth or any of that. Like you just want to live a comfortable life. You just want to be happy. You just want to have people around you that you love. Maybe for you, you have different values in life. You have different wants in life, different aspirations than just success and money and material goods. Because maybe some of you are quite spiritual, or you just care about the more important things in life than the physical material aspects. And they're almost looking at you like, sometimes I wish I could be more like you, because I have to like worry about my success all the time, my future all the time. And sometimes it's a little bit much. So I see them looking at you like that. Like sometimes I wish I could be a little bit more like you and not have to worry about success or performing well or getting opportunities, and just enjoy life, to the fullest. So for those of you that resonate with that, people admire yet envy that about you at the same time. For those that resonate with the first message, where people just view you as somebody that gets things easily, maybe they have to try extremely hard. Maybe they have to work the extra mile and they still don't achieve anything. And so it's like sometimes they feel hopeless, where it's like, why even try? Because I try so hard and it still doesn't work out in my favor. And I feel their heartbreak and pain, and I empathize with them a lot. So I completely understand where they're coming from in that fact. But maybe some of you will listen to this and maybe you've had people project that onto you all your life, but maybe you try extremely hard to get where you are today. And maybe they don't see that extra hard work you have to put in, how you have to go the extra mile to get what you want, So I am seeing that. The vision I saw with the Queen of Cups in the reverse was, I kind of saw a TikTok or an Instagram reel where it's like something along the lines of, you don't walk around thinking about people's feelings all day, or you do that, like, isn't that exhausting? So Queen of Cups reverse is making me think as though like you're not necessarily a people pleaser, or at least that's just how people are viewing you. Maybe for some of you, you used to be, but you've gotten rid of that, or you're trying to improve in that aspect where you're not constantly putting other people's needs before your own, constantly thinking of other people's emotions besides yours, walking on eggshells around people. Maybe some of you have outgrown that, if you do resonate with that. So I guess just take it as it resonates. But some people that are still in that people-pleasing energy, that do, worry about everybody else's feelings, can admire yet envy that about you at the same time, because it's like, I wish I didn't have that pressure of like worrying about everybody else's feelings and like not stepping on anybody's toes, and it's exhausting trying to think of everybody else but not themselves. So maybe they see you standing in your power and not caring, like it's not like you're not being empathetic or caring at all, but because you have the green aventurine crystal here, which is a crystal of the heart chakra, you do love deeply, but you're also not people pleasing. Like if you want to say something to a person and say, when you did this, it hurt me, you're going to say it, regardless of the other person's feelings, because even if that person is ashamed or guilty in that moment, sometimes they need to feel that in order to understand the compassionate side of things of, oh, if I do this to hurt your feelings, you're going to be hurt. So I need to think about that too. So it's like a really weird energy trying to explain this, but it's like, let's say you get in a fight with somebody, you're able to be confrontational and tell the person exactly what's on your mind without caring too much about what they feel. It's really hard to explain, because it's like maybe somebody says something that hurts you and they're not caring about your feelings in the moment. So yeah, I don't know how to explain that, but I hope you get what I mean. um with the sun here, it seems like you kind of just enjoy life. People kind of think that you're very happy with where you're at the moment. People think that your life is just going well, like full of ease and simplicity and joy, and it's kind of like you're just able to have fun and enjoy life and not worry too much about the little things or the unimportant things. So people may admire yet envy that about you at the same time. We have the Page of Pentacles showing up next. Then we have the Five of Cups. Then we have the Two of Wands. So I feel here with the Two of Wands, there's something about you, or people at least just perceiving you as like having an easy time making certain decisions when it comes to your life. Because there's something about you knowing what makes you happy, what makes you joyous. And it's like you know what choices you want to make, or at least that's just how it seems to other people. Whereas other people feel quite indecisive with the Ace of Swords reverse, where they feel like they don't have clarity on what they want to do in life. And so they might envy yet admire this at the same time. We have the Nine of Swords showing up next. You may resonate with pile number 1 as well. It's a very similar energy but different. If you were drawn, I highly recommend you watch it. Four of Swords reversed. So in the last month, only 41% of my viewers have subscribed to my channel. So if you enjoy this video so far, and if you would like to stay up to date with what I post daily, hit the subscribe button to not miss out. Thank you to everybody that supports my channel. I'm so grateful for you, and I hope you're enjoying this reading so far. So with the Four of Swords in the reverse, the Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Swords reversed, so I'm hearing you're a winner at life. Like, again, things just come easy to you, like effortless. Whereas for others of you, I'm hearing that like you don't think too much. You don't overthink too much. You're not restless about making a decision. You kind of just follow your intuition, or you follow your gut feeling, or you follow your happiness and joy. And you're not over-analyzing everything about your decisions. Whereas some people feel like every time they have to make a decision, an important decision for their life, like they're researching, they're like studying what this outcome will be based off that decision. They're restless. They don't know if they're making the right choice. They don't want to disappoint themselves, but they also don't want to disappoint other people with their decision. And going back to that thing of like you not having to worry about other people's feelings, like you make a decision based off what you want in your own life. You don't worry about what other people want for you because it's your life. It's your life, not other people's lives. But for them, it's like, I want to please everybody. You know, if I make this decision, this person's going to be disappointed in me. If I make this decision, this other person's going to be disappointed in me. So no matter what I choose, like it's still going to be wrong at the end of the day. So for them, they're looking at their decisions like what's the right decision and what's the wrong decision. And they're, you know, from my experience of reading tarot, there is no right or wrong decision. You know, every path is just a path that we choose, you know, so there is no right or wrong decision. It's just about following your heart. It's just about following what you think is best for you in that moment. And sometimes if people give us advice, maybe their advice is not best for us because we always know what is best for us in that moment, based off our personality, based off what we want. So these people kind of just overthink it too much, where they overcomplicate things. And that's the thing. It's almost like they're too much in their head. Sometimes they feel like they can't have fun in life. They can't just enjoy things in life, enjoy the simplicity, like the simple moments in life. They stress too much. Sometimes they feel like they can't sleep because they're so anxious. When I started this reading, my stomach hurt so much and I didn't understand why, and it was really painful. But do you know what I'm getting from this Nine of Swords, Four of Swords reverse? A sense of restlessness. Like I'm always overthinking, always anxious to the point where my stomach hurts. And this is like these people's energies that are envying you and admiring you because it seems like you're kind of free from those worries and fears and overthinking and restlessness. But it seems like they're caught up within that. So for them, they're looking at you like you're not so much in your head, but they are, and they may envy yet admire you for being able to have fun and enjoy the moment and not overthink every single move you make. So I think this is where I'm going to leave your reading. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hi there, my pile number threes. If you chose this Leopard, Jasper, Crystal, and the Queen of Wands, then this is your reading. We're going to be taking a look at what do people admire yet envy about you at the same time. Please be aware that this is a general reading, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. Before we get started, I'd just like to say I do have a limited amount of personal readings available. So if you would like to book with me, you can find my email address in the description box below. So let's shuffle your cards and see what you have. So that was a lazy shuffle, sorry. Okay, spirit guides of pile number threes. Spirit guides of pile number threes. What do people admire yet envy about them at the same time? What do people admire yet envy about them at the same time? We have the Ace of Wands. So for this pile, there's something mainly about your looks that is coming up quite strongly. Okay, we have the Emperor showing up next. We have the Five of Wands showing up next. And the Two of Cups. One thing I'd also like to say before we get started is sometimes people can project this image onto us that is not even real. Like sometimes people will be like, oh, this is their life, but then maybe our life isn't even like that. They're kind of just projecting that onto us based off the highlights of our life that they have seen. So keep that in mind while listening to this pile. So with the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands here, it seems like you're viewed by others to be quite sexy in some way. I'm hearing femme fatale. I'm hearing that, you know, like you're quite fashionable, you're a fashionista. People may even be jealous and admiring at the same time, like your fashion style, how you're able to dress up And I feel like this pile has no problem with overdressing, with being a little bit extra. And I don't mean that as an insult. People actually love that about you. The fact that you're able to dress up and express yourself and really have fun with that self-expression and really be creative with your looks, but also feel good about yourself while doing it. It seems here with the Queen of Wands, people view you as quite confident in yourself, where it's like you look good, yet you're confident in yourself at the same time. And it seems like you don't have any like thoughts in your mind where you're like hating on yourself when you look in the mirror. So it's kind of like these people have a lot of insecurities. They may be in war with themselves with the Five of Wands here. You know, every time they look in the mirror, they say something negative to themselves. They can't seem to love themselves. They can't seem to feel confident within themselves in the way that they look. So with you, it's kind of like they wish they could be more like you in that sense. They wish they could be more beautiful, more attractive, more handsome. They wish they could be more sexy. They wish they could have more of a nicer sense of fashion style, you know, be a little bit more confident in themselves like they perceive you to be. And it's almost like they don't see themselves as attractive at all. And you know what sometimes happens, what Spirit is showing me? Because Spirit is showing me a vision of a person I've known of. I don't know the person, but I've known of the person. And basically, long story short, this person was so jealous of a person I knew, but this person was so gorgeous. Like literally when I saw her picture, she's so gorgeous. She's drop dead gorgeous, but she doesn't perceive herself as attractive. And sometimes that happens where a person is extremely attractive, but they just don't see themselves as that. Maybe because other people have told them that. Maybe because it's themselves telling themselves that. You know, we don't always know what it is, but sometimes they are attractive, but they just don't see it within themselves the way other people see it, you know? And some of you may even be listening to this and be like, you know, sometimes I have insecurities. Sometimes I have my days where I don't feel my best. So it may be that they're just projecting this image onto you that is not even true. With the Emperor here and the Two of Cups, regardless of your gender, there is a sense here of you being able to attract romantic partners your way, suitors your way. So if you're a man watching and you're attracted to women, if you're straight, you know, maybe you have no problem attracting women to you. And maybe other men that are also straight could be jealous of this fact, yet admire this and wish they could attract women like you. You know, if you're a woman watching and you're straight, you know, maybe you're able to attract men your way. If you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, take it as resonates based off who you're attracted to. It seems you're having no problem attracting these romantic suitors your way. So just take it as it resonates for you. But with the Two of Cups, it seems like either you're always in a relationship or you just have no problem attracting people to you where, you know, like let's say you go out in public and somebody wants to talk to you and flirt with you. I heard riz you up if you know if you know slang, that just basically means flirting with you, I think. But anyways, there's something about like people just wanting to talk to you all the time. Maybe you go out in public and the people that you're attracted to start staring at you. You know what I mean? So there's this feeling of like you will never be single. And maybe even with the Five of Wands, maybe you've had a lot of people be attracted to you at once, where it's kind of like they fight over you, or at least this is the perception people have of you, where it's like you've had people fight over who gets to have you. Maybe they're projecting it, maybe it's true, I don't really know, but this is what I'm seeing here. Let's get some more cards. So in the last month, only 41% of my viewers have subscribed to my channel. So if you enjoyed this video so far and if you would like to stay up to date with what I post daily, hit the subscribe button to not miss out. Thank you to everybody that supports my channel. I'm so grateful for you and I hope you're having an amazing day. So spirit guides of pile number threes. Spirit guides of pile number threes. What do people admire yet envy about them at the same time? We have the Empress in reverse. So again, the Empress in reverse is somebody that's like very insecure within themselves. So you may trigger certain insecurities within people. One thing I'd like to say is you're not making them insecure. That insecurity is already within them, but you may be triggering that feeling within them that's already there. So that's what I'm seeing with the Empress in reverse. Next, we have the Two of Wands. Next, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So what am I getting from the Two of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in reverse? Okay, I'm getting a different intuitive message from the Two of Wands based off the context of what we've already spoken about. Like, let's say two people like you at the same time. It's like you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket. You have the power to make the choice of, oh, I want this person, or oh, I want this person. Because as I look at this Two of Wands card, Spirit is showing me the Bachelorette. Or the Bachelor, where it's like you have many options in front of you where you get to choose your romantic partner. Whether that is true or not, this is just what they're thinking of you. Like, you have many people liking you at once, where you have a lot of options available to you and you get to choose rather than just settle for less. Some people feel like, I'm not attractive enough, or this is just what they're saying to themselves based off their insecurities. Maybe it's not even true, where they're saying, I'm not attractive enough. Nobody likes me. Like, I have to just settle for anybody that comes my way. And with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it's like I'm not reading this based off the tarot card meaning, but just based off intuition. I'm hearing they don't value themselves. They don't value themselves enough to actually be in a relationship with who they want to be with. They just settle for less. They just settle for the first person that comes their way because they don't actually feel worthy of receiving somebody's attention or receiving anybody that likes them truly, that, like wants to romance them up. And maybe they actually have people that like them, but I'm almost seeing an image mentally of, somebody liking them, but they don't believe that person. They're like, you'll eventually fall out of love with me, So it's just like their life is consumed by their insecurity, where they don't actually believe they're worthy of receiving that love. And I think there's some deeper work they need to do on themselves, accountability they need to take here, where they need to see this perpetual cycle that they're in. So it's not that nobody likes them, it's just that they're not open to the energy. And they don't realize that they're basically, when somebody comes to me and says, like, have I been cursed? Sometimes we put the evil eye on ourselves. Sometimes we put these negative energies on ourselves by saying all these things about ourselves. Like, for example, nobody likes me. When we say that about ourselves, we manifest that into our reality. And this is what these people are doing because the magician is here. So it's like every time they're like, oh, nobody likes me, nobody wants to be with me, they're manifesting that into their reality because their words are creating as they speak. And that's what I see with the magician. And with the Hierophant here, it's a lesson for them. So you may be triggering their insecurities to teach them a lesson, to show them that they hold the true power to actually create their reality. That maybe there are people out there that want to love them, but maybe they have a deeper wound within where they don't feel lovable. So maybe they need to work on them. That's part of themselves. And maybe you are their spiritual teacher with the Hierophant in a very unconventional way by triggering that feeling within them so that they can grow, heal, and look at that emotion within them that they need to heal and work through. Because the Knight of Cups is here, it's like Spirit is saying people do want to love them, but they're not open to receiving that love. Okay, so that's what I see here. It's like these people constantly need reassurance, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I've also been somebody that needed reassurance in my life, but it's something they need to work on within. Nobody is going to make them feel whole or fix that within them. They need to heal that wound within. Okay? Next, we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Next, we have the World, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, and Death in reverse. So again, it's like, it's to do with relationships and love. You know, if you're in a romantic connection with somebody really good for you, maybe people could admire yet envy that at the same time. Or if you're single, maybe they just think that you have no problem attracting people to you. And it's kind of like they feel like they have to be stuck in a connection that isn't for them. Because the Death card is in reverse here and the World's in reverse. So it's like, maybe they're in a relationship with somebody that they don't even like, where they can see it's not working with the Three of Pentacles reverse. They can see that it's just not going to work in the long run, but it's almost like they're forcing themselves to stay in a connection that's just not working. It's almost like Spirit is showing me I'm watering a dead flower, expecting it to grow. So maybe the love has already died in their relationship, and maybe they're jealous yet admiring your relationship, wishing they could have that, or at the fact that you can attract people your way where they don't feel like they can have somebody new. Where it's like, if I break up with this person, you know, I'm not going to have anybody new come my way. And it's like they can't be alone. So they'd rather be with somebody that they don't even like than be alone. And it's like with Death reverse, the World reverse, they're scared to let go of this person or the people that are in their life, even though they're not happy. So it's a really weird energy where they're envying yet admiring this about you at the same time, because it's like you have the option to choose. Yet they perceive themselves as they don't, but they do, they just don't see it. So it's kind of frustrating. I wish I could just shake these people and show them, like, you know, you're living life based off this this illusion you've put over yourself, based off your own insecurity. You know, I wish I could just shake them and show them, like, you know, you're beautiful as you are, you're worthy as you are, like, but sometimes people have these deeper wounds that prevent them from seeing that, you know, seeing the beauty within them. And it's like they compare themselves to you. And what Spirit is showing me is that quote, like, you can't compare the sunflower to the rose. They both have their own beauty in their own way, but it's like these people want to have your beauty. They don't see their own beauty. Regardless of genders here, I'm just referencing beauty or attractiveness. So this is what I have for you, pile number 3. I really hope this reading resonated with you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.